Hello, my name's Lisa Turner and I'm the founder of Psychademy. We are a spiritual and consciousness awakening organization and we specialize in training professional coaches and practitioners. I'm currently writing a book called Our Spiritual Tipping Point, which explains exactly why what looks like chaos right now, right from the middle of this global pandemic, why this chaos is actually a sign that as a species, we are right at our spiritual tipping point. As an ex-mathematical modeler and engineer with a PhD in aeroacoustics, what I do is I spot patterns in the chaos. Just over 10 years ago, I created a model that explains perfectly the major events for the last 100 years or so, each a small mini tipping point. The model, called Project THEOSS, the evolution of society, not only predicted the events of COVID-19, it didn't predict the exact pandemic, it predicted something like it. Honestly, I thought it'd be climate change, but there you go. So not only did it predict this, but it also, more importantly, it shows us how each of us can use these events as this pivotal moment where we can become conscious creators, not only of our individual futures, but of the future for the whole of humanity and the planet. The book explains the model using really simple scientific principles that really make sense and they're easy to apply in your life. The reader will discover what you as an individual can do to actualize your personal spiritual power by activating your spiritual power centers and how to use this power to create not only a better life for yourself as an individual, but for everyone around you. No longer will we need to feel like we have to sacrifice our own needs to serve the planet or to damage the planet to get our own needs met. There is a way through it to find this balance, and this book shows us how. You'll also explore and understand why when we have a greater and greater yearning for spiritual connection and harmony, what we actually see is more disconnection, more separation and disharmony. Why, when we live in a democracy, do our leaders stumble and fall and fail to make decisions that work for the highest good of all? And exactly what we as spiritual people awakening can do to shift and change that. The book presents the wonderful possibilities that await us in a post-tipping point world, a post-pandemic paradigm, if you like, where the spiritually awakened no longer feel that they need to leave a world that doesn't work, but where they can step into their spiritual power to create a world that does work for all. Now, I hope that, like me, you feel this is a really important book and that it's the right time for it. The book is timely not only because I'm writing this right in the middle of this pandemic, but the model and the book shows what's possible for us for decades and generations to come. What each of us can do as powerful spiritual individuals that we are, what we can each do to create a future world that works for all.